Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. And the word of the day is traffic, damn it. The Cone City, as you say.
Cone City, baby.
Yeah.
We're back to Cone City. It's, it's Grand Prix time, preparation time.
Yeah, Formula One's back.
Yeah, cones and barrels.
Yep.
All over the streets, everywhere. But the reason we're bringing it up right now is because it's really in earnest getting going. And they're putting up, and here's how you can tell, they're putting up the temporary bridge on Flamingo that goes over Koval.
That's the big news, and we're in the thick of it, you know. It's a little bit better than last year, because last year it started in July.
Yeah, it is better. I mean, because it's only going to be a month. You know, I mean, the race runs November 21st through 23rd.
Right.
So we're just a little bit over a month away.
Yeah.
But it's starting to get bad. So we're just here to tell everybody, be careful. I mean, not be careful, be aware that you could get caught up in horrible traffic snarls.
Yeah, check ahead, because we're in the thick of it right now.
Yeah, but I dig that bridge.
It's cool.
Everybody seems to hate it. I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, because you just don't have to fool around. You just go boom right over Koval.
Well, when it's up, I'm going to take a video of going over it, because it is kind of fun to drive over.
So we'll get back to it.
All right, and this doesn't happen very often, but one of Vegas's most famous, most popular steakhouses is moving. BAZAAR Meats.
BAZAAR Meat out of the Sahara as of right now.
Yeah.
That's Jose Andres, one of his places. And it's after a decade, it's going to move from the Sahara to Palazzo.
Right. Not far.
Yeah, Venetian Palazzo. But it just, it's rare. It just doesn't happen very much. Once a restaurant, especially a big-time restaurant like this, is in a certain place, they rarely, pull up stakes and move. Now, it did happen. Milos, Estatorios Milos,
right,
moved. However you say that.
Yeah.
I can never say it. But, they moved from Cosmo also to Venetian Palazzo.
Yeah.
So, I guess they're going out there and stealing big-time restaurants. But BAZAAR Meats, good food, man. I mean, it's one of the top steakhouses in Vegas. Maybe it was just too good for the Sahara. And I don't mean to be putting them down like that. But, I mean, maybe it was just too high-end for the clientele they get at the Sahara.
Well, also Sahara is the last stop. It's right on the end of the north end of the strip. It's the last stop if you're taking the tram. It's the Venetian is a little bit north end. But
any way you look at it, Venetian Palazzo, I mean, it's moving actually to Palazzo in 2025. By the way, we don't know exactly when, but that's what they said next year, 2025. But it's definitely Venetian Palazzo is higher end than Sahara. There's no two ways about it.
Right. That's
right. And that's probably why Andreas and his people wanted to move it.
It makes sense, and I wonder what is going to be, because it's a very nice restaurant. It's set up for somebody else to come in to the Sahara. I
liked it being at the Sahara because you didn't have to fool around with going through all the traffic at Venetian.
Right.
I liked it when it was there, free parking and everything. But anyway, 2025, BAZAAR Meat moves to Palazzo,
and something will move back into the Sahara.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Anthony, let's go from expensive steaks to inexpensive hamburgers. What you got?
Okay, well, we like to tell people when we find good things.
Yeah.
All right, and we've got a $5 burger and beer. All right,
this is a great deal.
This is at 18 Bin,
which I love.
You're going to talk about it in a minute. 107 East Charleston, and it's located in a kind of a complex called the Arts Factory.
Yeah.
Parking right behind for free. This deal runs Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
And it's literally that. It's a burger, not a big burger, not a giant burger.
Right.
It's kind of like a McDonald's burger.
Right.
Like one of those, think of that.
Yep. Tasty.
But a big, I think a 16 ounce, I mean, I had it. It was bigger than 12 ounces. I think it's a 16 ounce beer for $5.
Great deal.
It's fantastic. And I mean, I went there with a friend. He wanted two. He says to the girl, "How many can I have?" She goes, "You have as many as you want."
Well,
she goes, "Some people come in here and they really want the beer, so they're only paying $5 to get a beer, and then they get 2-3 hamburgers lined up.
It's to-go food.
Yeah, that they go with it.
Dinner.
So it's a good one. So a little bit about 18 Bin. You spent some time there.
Yeah, I like the spot. I like the food. I haven't had the burger, but I like the tacos. They have just really good food at 18 Bin. But what I really love is that whole area. It's just a lot of fun to hang out. You got Berlin, you got 18 Bin. You got there's another one,
Artifice.
Artifice. Thank you, and then your friend's restaurant,
Yeah, right around the corner.
Taverna Costera.
Yep. Right
Yeah.
around, they're all right there, all within walking distance. I mean, this is the Arts District thing.
Yeah.
When you think Arts District, you usually think, Imperial Street, where they have Silver Stamp and a few other of these kinds of bars. But these just in one big group there. And, here they've got the nice, outdoor in 18 bin. They got the nice outdoor eating area.
Yeah, indoor, outdoor.
Inside, they've got TVs going, so games are on and things like that. So, good one, man. $5 burger and beer. I mean, it's not quite a top 10 in Vegas because that you have to get a couple of them probably, if you're really hungry. But a good deal. Hit it.
Yep. And on a Friday or Saturday night, check out 18 Bin, check out Artifice, check out Berlin, check out all of them. They're just all in a little walking distance triangle, and they're a lot of fun. And this is exciting because this is a Friday night deal. What's going on at Ellis Island on Friday nights, Anthony?
In the front yard.
Yeah.
They keep doing things with this new annex. They changed the brewery area into the front yard. We've talked about it before. On Friday nights throughout the whole NFL season, they're going to have, this is from 10 p.m. to midnight.
Okay.
The David PERRICO Band. All right, now this band, first of all, David PERRICO has been playing in Vegas for a decade and a half at least.
Okay.
One of the best trumpet players probably ever to play, in the rooms and the lounges. He's had various incarnations, but this band that he's running right now is literally the house band for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, wow.
So this is the band. Yeah, when you watch them on TV and you hear the band going at Allegiant, that's PERRICO's band.
Okay.
14 pieces. All right. Basically, they play pop and funk.
Okay.
And I mean, they got brass. They got a saxophone. They got the trumpet. They got all the different stuff going on.
Big brass, baby.
Yeah, a couple of singers.
It's a big stage. They have a big stage at Ellis Island in the
It's
front
terrific.
yard. Yeah.
And I mean, this place blows they blow the roof off of the joint.
Cool.
And there's no admission except there's a $20 per person spend. All right, so you got to buy it's easy. They have a special menu. They have drinks, and you got to spend $20 per person, and then you're in for 2 hours of just fantastic live music with horns.
Yep. I like the steak frites.
Yeah, they got some good food.
Yep.
If you can, you've got to try the salted caramel breaded pudding.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, this is badass, man.
All right.
This is badass. This bread pudding is going to get famous. It's darn good.
You got some beer and some bread pudding.
Yeah, you do that at the end.
That'll cover your $20.
Yeah. Ellis Island, one of our favorites, or get that steak after or before.
Yeah. So last week we talked about the presidential odds, and as promised, we're going to talk about the odds again this weekend leading up to the presidential election.
As they change.
As they change, yeah. What you got, Anthony?
Man, they are changing.
Yeah.
And again, we're not going to do anything here. We're not taking any sides, and we're not going to predict why or anything. We're just going to tell you the numbers.
Yep.
Which are, to me, they're really fascinating. So last week when we did this, Trump was a minus 111 favorite. He has increased steadily.
Okay.
Over the 7 or 8 days since we've been on. He's gone from minus 111. Right before the show, he was minus 157.
Wow.
All right. But what's even more interesting about this and more telling, pushing toward the Republican side, is what's happening in the individual states.
Okay.
So we told
the battleground states, as we call them, the battlegrounds.
Right, the important ones.
Yeah.
So here's how they've changed. All right, last week, Georgia was Republican, minus 193.
Okay.
Making them, close to 2-1 favorite. Now Georgia is minus 205.
Interesting.
So went up from 193 to 205, over 2-1. Arizona was Republican, minus 218. They've gone all the way up to minus 245.
That's surprising.
Michigan was Democrat, minus 153. They're now Democrat, minus 115.
Okay.
Dropping from 153 to 115.
That's a big percentage.
Nevada was Democrat, minus 136, now down to 117. All right, now the big one, Pennsylvania. Last week it was Republican, barely, minus 115. Now in Pennsylvania, they've got Republicans minus 131.
Wow, okay.
And biggest one of all probably, last week, Wisconsin was Democrat, minus 140, is now Republican, minus 116.
Yikes.
So everything, take it for what it's worth. All I'm saying is that the betting markets typically are very good at predicting.
Yeah.
And because it's the wisdom of crowds, people are putting their money down on it. They're giving it a lot of thought. And, markets tend to be fairly efficient, and it seems to be pointing toward Republican right now.
Okay, so you heard it here, and again, this is something we're going to comment on next week as the lines continue to change. And one other thing, normally we don't delete any comments, but this week we actually deleted a few that were getting political, especially with the assumptions of political. So we try to not get political.
Yeah, they get incendiary. They get incendiary, and people start fighting. So we don't like that. Same as the rule in the bar. They go in the bar. The rule is no politics.
Yeah.
No religion.
Right. And more alcohol. All right. This week, another week in Survivor. First of all, Anthony, are you still in?
Everybody's still in.
Okay.
Everybody who was in is still in except one person.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. After 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it was.
Of Slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Of all the underdogs winning, it was almost all favorites last week.
Okay.
So of 221, only one person was eliminated. One poor guy.
Right.
Bet on, I'm not even sure who he bet on, but there's still, did I say, I don't know if I said 120, there were 221, now there's 220 left.
Okay, so you got 220 people remaining, and you still have your piece of piece.
Yeah, we're still in. Not much to say about it. We'll update you next week.
And in this week's question of the week, it says, I found a blackjack machine that pays 2 for 1 on naturals. Good, right?
No.
No.
Not
okay.
right. Actually, we like to say where they came from. This was actually a customer who came in and asked about, we were talking about blackjack.
Okay.
And he said he found a machine that pays 2 for 1. And this is how they try to fool you. Because you look at it and go, well, blackjack pays 3 to 2.
Right.
And 2 for 1 sounds like it's better. No, 2 for 1 means 1 to 1. That means they're paying even money.
Oh, okay. So, 1-to-1 is like a normal blackjack game.
Yeah,
it's like
it's just like a normal win. You're not getting a bonus at all.
Oh, that's
all right.
hilarious.
So here, let's try to give a little demonstration of this.
All right, we'll do a little demonstration. This is our first demonstration with the chips, everybody. Look at this.
Everybody keeps telling us they're the wrong direction, but we'll deal with that another time. Okay, so it might be kind of hard to see on the table. And we're still working with camera angles and things like that. But if you bet 1 chip and you win, they pay you only 1. You've been paid 1 to 1.
That's 1 to 1.
But you've been paid 2 for the 1. That's how they explain it
In the game. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if it were really a 2 to 1 payoff, then you'd make that bet. You get blackjack. You get paid 2 to 1, and that's the same as getting 3 for your original 1.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
Okay.
So it costs you 2.3% in the game, and then you start looking at the other, rules that are usually bad on a video game of blackjack. Like you can only double down on 10 or 11.
Right.
Maybe you can't. You usually can't resplit aces, things like that. And most of these games are going up around the 4%. Advantage for the casino, so it's not good.
Absolutely.
If you do find one that pays 2 to 1, sit down and play that game. But remember, 2 for 1 means even money.
Right.
All right. 2 to 1 means actually 2 to 1.
Now that's just like regular bar blackjack.
Yeah.
Okay. What I have seen is Interblock has a fun game that does pay 6 to 5 on blackjacks.
Okay, that's better than even money.
Right.
Or that's better than the 2 for 1 game.
But it's also the one with all the crazy side bets.
Well, yeah, not only that, but to get 6 to 5, you have to be betting in units of 5.
That's
so
correct.
It gets kind of crazy. What you want to look for, every once in a while, you'll find a blackjack game that will pay 3 to 2 on a machine.
Oh, wow.
In that case, you got to make sure you're betting 2 units.
Yeah,
So
absolutely
instead of betting $1, bet $2 so you get the 3, because otherwise it defaults to even money.
Pro tip right there. It's Andrew here from the Las Vegas Advisor. Become an LVA member for just $50 and you will get access to a treasure trove of members-only coupons that will make your Las Vegas experience unforgettable. Check the link in the description box below. And in this week's Jackpot of the Week, it comes to us from our buddy, Bobby G. And he says, hey, Bobby G here. We all met a few years back at the Main Street Buffet having breakfast. I used to live in Laughlin and worked in Vegas when we met. I now live in Elko, Nevada, and my wife and I both work at the gold mine up here. Anyway, we still do the occasional trip to Vegas and always buy our LVA member rewards book and do our coupon runs because they're fun. Damn it. I maxed it out and collected my $100 in free play the following day. And that's what I do. Then headed upstairs to Bar Canada, which we've talked about on this show before. The View Bar machines do not honor free play. I started playing some 50-cent double-double bonus, and I understand that it's not the best pay table, but it's free play. And after hitting a 4 of a kind, I hit a Royal Progressive for a bit over 2,400. Thanks a lot, LVA.
All right. Boy, there's a lot in that one.
There is.
Guy works in a gold mine?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, up in Elko.
Yeah.
But yeah, we remember Bobby G. He came and talked to us. We were having breakfast.
Yeah.
Reviewing at Main Street Station.
We ended up like eating together.
Yeah, and he's got a show.
Yeah.
He's got a YouTube show.
He's got a fun YouTube channel.
Which is?
Which is Bobby G's Ventures on Twitter, and it's Bobby G's Adventures on YouTube.
Good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what he did. All right. First of all, it's funny. Everybody always apologizes for the game they're playing,
right?
Because we're going to go, it's not a good game. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's playing free plays with the coupon. The main reason we're talking about this one again is because it's another big LVA coupon Royal Flush victory.
Yes.
Which is cool. And he was playing 9-5 double double. That's 97.9%. At the start. Now he was also playing. It doesn't hit break even at 50 cents until he was playing 50 cents. Doesn't hit break even until it hits $3,888.
Wow, still a ways to go.
Yeah, so he was only at 2404.
Okay.
Which turned that into still a 98.3% game. All right, so yeah, nobody has to apologize for the game they play. They're having some fun, but when he's playing with the coupon, it actually. Well, I'll explain that coupon in a minute. One more thing I want to explain about what he said. He mentioned the view bar. And he said, I would have played at the better games at the view bar, but they don't take free play.
Right.
So he had to go somewhere where he could play his free play. So you're off the hook.
Okay.
Right, with that. All right, so what he was talking about with the LVA coupon, for every 50 points you earn, which is $500 coin in, you get $5 in free play.
Got it.
All right, that works out to a 1% edge.
Okay.
So when you're playing this coupon, for no matter how long you play it, you can add 1% to your return.
And that's pretty good.
Everything you're doing there. So yeah, they have 8-5 bonus poker all over the D.
Okay.
And that returns 99.17%.
Okay.
So with the LVA coupon, you're playing over 100%. It's a good coupon.
Oh yeah.
It's not one of the best coupons in the book. I mean, $45 value is really good, but there's a whole lot of risk and variance involved with that. So the way I recommend playing is if you're going to play at the D, or Golden Gate, we got the same deal at Golden Gate. Play with this coupon, follow the instructions about how to get the thing and the bonus, and you'll be getting a 1% additional return for your play.
And also track where you're at over the course. After 100 points or 200 points, track where you're at in your win loss.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. We talked about congratulations on the good 50-cent Royal.
Yep.
On a progressive machine, but I went and looked at some of his YouTube stuff.
Okay, yeah, we saw.
Interesting. I mean, give it a look. What's it called again?
It's Bobby G's Adventures on YouTube, and it's just GS, Bobby G's.
Okay, because now he's living in Elko. So he does some stuff about Elko. He does some stuff about Laughlin, where he used to live. He does some stuff about Tonopah. And one of his, he did on the Desert Rose brothel in Elko. Got over 100,000 views.
Wow. Okay. So you're saying we should go to a brothel? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that it's worth taking a look. So we always like to plug our fans, and people who are watching us. We plug them back and check them out.
Sex sells. Way to go, Bobby G. All right, everybody. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Check out the links in the description box. Also, we have links to the Google reviews and Yelp reviews if you want to leave something about your coupon run or talk about the LVA coupon book itself. I'm going to kick it over to Anthony. Anything else to add before we go?
Yeah, two things, actually. One is that we're having tonight at 7 o'clock at the Flamingo Library, if you're in town.
Okay.
We're having a reading where all the authors from Desert Bloom, the book we talked about last week.
That's right.
Are all going to be there, and they're going to do a reading. And I attend this every year, and we sell the book there, but it's fun to see. 7 o'clock, Flamingo Library tonight, the 17th. And Beer Friday next week. We usually try to do it on the third Friday, which would have been this week, which tomorrow, actually. But there's too much going on. End of the year, we have to move things around. So we're either going to do it next Friday or next Wednesday, depending on how things go. So it might be a hump day beer Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to do a beer day where we're drinking beer and going live and having fun. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week.
I'm going to Las Vegas.
actually 2-1.
Now, that's just like regular bar blackjack.
Yeah.
Okay. What I have seen is Interblock has a fun game that does pay 6 to 5 on blackjacks.
Yes. Sometimes you can find a place that plays that does play. Oh, wait a minute. That's not good.
No, but it's better than
Okay.
it's better than 2 to
Okay.
1.
So yeah. So let me.